Lex from Bored at Work, and we're taking a look at the PixPro SL25 smart lens camera. That is a mouthful, but what this camera does, I've probably seen a couple of these from Sony as well, specifically. These are mobile full cameras. I mean, the idea of having a viewfinder as your cell phone and having a full-on module camera lens attached to it is something that I thought was very brilliant. And we went to CES 2015. Kodak showcased some of this technology in person, and we just had to get a review model to see how it works in the real world. Something as small as an actual lens, instead of having the whole camera module being substituted with the smartphone, it seems like a very compelling combination. So, as you can see with the PixPro SL25, very generic boxing, nothing too simple, but you do have some pretty basic and standard features added on to this viewfinder. You have the 16 megapixel CMOS camera, 25 octuple lens. Yes, that's 25x, so that's also good to see. You have 1080p full HD, high-speed movie. You have a high frames per second rate with this camera. You have Wi-Fi, NFC, as well as having your camera as the viewfinder. So all this is combined in this whole camera module here, and you just attach it. So we took it to its paces, and we're going to let you know what we thought about the PixPro SL25. Inside the box, you get a PixPro 880 mAh battery pack, PixPro wall adapter, and a nice little lanyard to attach to the module itself. More importantly, this is what we all came here to look for. This is the Kodak 25x Wi-Fi connected NFC PixPro. Now, this looks like a traditional camera. If you had a module here, it would look like a true DSLR. They just removed that there, and what you have are, in place of it, these pretty much attachers to your smartphone. So as you can see here, the tops are adjustable, very nice and simple. This part here is stationary, so this is the main component on how to move it, and it works with all ranges of sizes of devices. So I'm really happy that Kodak did not make it specific to a certain device. You know, with iPhones and Android, Samsung Galaxy devices, they usually are the proprietary ones, and they made it universal, so that's really good to see. At the top, you do have a power button, you do have the Kodak logo, the NFC logo as well. This is very high quality, really good heft, and it does feel premium. This this part here is plastic, but don't let that fool you. It is definitely worth what this is offering here. Now, you do have a tripod connector, so you can also record videos with it as well. So definitely a good add-on addition from Kodak. Again, you do have the camera module, the lens itself there as well, and with the zoom, you'll be able to control that within the app itself. So far, so good. On the sides here, you're able to add your memory. That's where the battery goes. You can actually charge it via micro USB, and you do have your SD card, and this is a micro SD card slot. Now, it does come with an 8 GB SD card, and it does come with an adapter as well, so it works with a multitude of different sizes. Going here, you do have the ability to record the in sound, your ability to control your usual camera controls as well, and your ability to adapt to certain lighting conditions. Now, overall, I am happy with the hardware. It does not feel cheap, and if anything, it feels more premium than most traditional cameras out there. So, good stuff from Kodak in terms of the hardware. Connecting your Kodak camera module here is very simple. It's a very seamless experience. But there is one thing that you may not want to forget, and I'll allude to that a little bit later on. So the camera does go into standby mode a couple different times. It's usually about a minute to a half to a 2-minute interval. So when that happens, you just kind of turn it around like so. Press that button, it will turn green. Camera opens up and it turns on, and you should be able to locate your camera in the network here. There you go. Thought it wasn't going to do it for me, so we got the PixX here. This is the really important part. Now, most passwords generically are 000. For the Kodak, it is different, and if you do not know where to find it, you may be out of using this camera. You cannot lose the manual. You're going to go into the manual and go to section 4, connect the smart device, and this is both for Android and iOS. Now, the password is very simple. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. A person may not try to do that password. If you lose this manual, you may be out of luck of using the device. So keep this in mind when you buy the camera. Actually read the instructions in the manual. You will need that to connect it to your actual iOS or Android device. Now that we know the password, we're going to go back into it, and we're going to type in what we need. It's oh man, I'm screwing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Join. So once you join, very simple. I'm going to zoom back out here. And you are connected to the camera. The next step is actually downloading the PixPro app to coincide with the Kodak camera, and you go into the App Store. Now there are barcodes that are inside the box that you can use to search it, but I just typed in PixPro inside the App Store and I found it, and it is free. It would kind of be a shame if it wasn't. You already paid a couple $100 for this thing here, so that's not a problem. So I got my Touch ID, and I'm actually going to zoom out a bit just so we can get a clear example. There we go. And once that app starts downloading, we're going to show you how the whole system works. We are connected to Wi-Fi. We have the app fully downloaded, and we are now going to go into the PixPro application. So we're going to start here in landscape. It's a very nice UI, very simplistic, pretty general of every single other high-end camera out there. You're going to allow it, just like iOS allows you to go into certain applications, and you are good. So I have the app here. Now it works better in landscape for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's really frustrating that it doesn't. Sometimes it switches, as you can see there in the beginning, but after a little bit it does actually work out well. Now going into certain settings of the camera, you have your auto white balance, you have your timer, as you can see there. You can click that. You have the ability to set your timer as well. Okay, they kind of figured it out a little bit. As you can see, there are a couple glitches here and there. It kind of just fizzle out. Now this is live, so this isn't like me trying to be difficult or anything, but that does happen often. It is a bit frustrating. As you can see there, you can be able to program it, certain modes. You have auto scene, face beautifier, and again, it just disappears. Now the software isn't as fine-tuned as I would like. As you can see there, going to reset, power saving. There you go. Go into media. You have the ability to see some of the pictures you took. Now it's very simple. You can use the software that is available on the actual virtual keys, or you can go back and you can actually click on the hardware camera.
So there you have it, guys. That is the Kodak PixPro SL25. A nice camera attachment, though its price is a little higher at $229. You do have an option of course, a cheaper and smaller model with the 10x zoom. But the SL25 does a good job and will work well with any of your smartphones, Android or iOS. The app is very fluid, functional, and also what you get here is something that actually can help you with your older smartphones. So if you have something in the generation of an S4, an iPhone 4, something like that, that would actually work very well. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, let us know. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share this video, favorite this video, and do subscribe to the channel. And remember, guys, always enjoy your entertainment.